I want to actually start with Bronny.
Yeah.
This past week, he was in Chicago at the Combine. And first of all, I've never met Bronny. But I will say, in all the interviews and clips that I saw, his perspective and his mindset at that age was like really stood out.
Yeah.
It was actually quite remarkable. For you as a dad, and obviously my kids play basketball and they're much younger, but as a dad watching him go through this process, what's it like?
Wow, this is where we're kicking it off with, huh, JJ? We go right to that topic. I love it. I love it. As a parent to be able to be, there to witness a child of yours start to live out a dream of theirs. It's something Bronny has always talked about, and he's, said, we asked him plenty of times, like, what is your end goal? And his end goal is to be in the NBA. And to see him almost at that moment, for a parent is something that you could just be in awe of, because, I mean, that's what you want your kids to be able to live out their dreams, and whatever that is, whatever, direction they take, you want them to be able to live out their dreams. And for, myself and Savannah to be there and be at the Combine this past week in Chicago, to see him out there with other kids that's trying to live out their dream. It was a pretty remarkable, I don't know what to say, / this is exciting, feeling for our whole family. And I probably know the same feeling for him as well.
He had some quotes where he talked about certain players in the NBA that he felt he could play like.
Yeah.
And I thought it was neat. Because not every 19-year-old kid has that perspective.
Right.
Most of us, we think we're going to be all-star, all-NBA from day one, and that's not necessarily how it works for everybody. Do you talk to him about that? Do you talk to him about who he can be in the NBA?
No.
Or is he figuring this out on his own?
Yeah, I think he's figuring it out. I wanted him to kind of figure it out on his own, where he see himself fit in the NBA, or, where he see, what his comp looks like, to see, him mention guys like Derek White, Drew Holiday, a few other guys, Marcus Smart in our league, Davion Mitchell. These are guys who come in and for a team that's trying to win championships, a team that wants to win every night. These are the players that you have to have on your team, because it doesn't always show up in the box scores, but it always shows up in the winning plays. And, for Bronny to have that perspective on where he stands today, that's great. And I think that's great for any team to be able to have a 19-year-old kid. Like you said, I know that wasn't my goal. My goal was listen, I'm trying to make it to the All-Star game in year one. I want to be, All-Star. I want to be MVP. I want to be this, all of these things. And a lot of us have those aspirations, but, for Bronny to just have that mindset of listen, at this point in time in my life and in my game, I know where I stand, but I know how I affect the game, he's just a winning player. And I just love his mindset. It's just some of his answers and to a lot of the questions that was given to him was I was in awe of, because we've never actually, even talked about it. But he's living in it. He's living in the moment, and he's definitely carving out his own lane. He's definitely not his dad, and I'm not him. I wouldn't be able to handle the scrutiny and all the things that he got going on, at his age and at his level, and with social media. And I didn't have social media to deal with when I came in at 18. I did have a lot of scrutiny. I did have a lot of things that was put on my shoulders, but I didn't have, every single day around the clock news coverage, sports shows, things of talking about this particular person every single day. Or you go online or on social media and X and Instagram, and everyone can comment every single day about whatever they want to say, whatever. I didn't have to deal with that. And to see him handle it, with such class and so, just self-awareness and just staying even keel is just a remarkable thing, man. And super proud of him. Me and Savannah talk about it all the time, how proud we are of our kids. And, he's the oldest. We always told him from day one, listen, you have to set an example for your brother and your little sister. And he continues to do that.
Yeah, I would say that NBA media got a week's worth of content out of him being
Yeah, well, since I think they said, well, since your dad's not in the playoffs no more, you know what? We're going to ride your coattail, Bronny James. We can't get your dad to say anything right now. He declined an interview at the Cavs game. We can't get him to say anything, so we're gonna use your son. Yeah, we know how
there's other things. There's other things happening in the NBA world, non-playoff related, that I feel like the NBA media is using as well.